You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. Awesome that you're tuning in. So in today's video we are going to take a close look at this Battletron gaming mouse. It's cheap, and if it's cheap I just wanted to see what are we going to get. But before we're going to make the review, I just want to point out this is also available in the Netherlands with the action. I made some Dutch reviews, so if you're interested in the Dutch review, I'll leave a link over here so you can check the Dutch channel. But if you'd like the English version, nevertheless, let's go on with the show. Alright, so I really like these cheap products just to see what we're going to get and is this worth our money. So what I mentioned, they sell it with, for example, the action, but you can buy it basically on AliExpress because this is a rebranded product. So this means that basically there's a product or factory in China make this and they rebrand it. That's the only thing they're doing. So you can basically buy this on AliExpress. We'll search for it and leave a link in the description or another similar mouse. But what I really like about this Battletron or gaming mouse, for example, is that we're getting a lot of product for less money. So for the money that we're going to pay for, we're even getting a very nice packaging. So I really wanted to make this review for a very long time in English because I wanted to show you here what are we going to get and is this worth our money. So the first thing that I'm already noticing with the packaging or unboxing is that it even comes with a woven cable, and that is pretty cool for the money. Most of the time we're getting these very cheap cables. Alright, so here we have the manual. Yeah, there's not a lot of information about it, more like what are you going to get with the specification of mouse. This thing has some different settings if it comes to the DPI, with this little DPI switch. Alright, so this is what you're going to get, and what I think is very important with mouses, not only the LID feature is also very cool, but it's very important. First, how big is your hand, and second, how comfortable is it? It's more like a pair of shoes if it comes to mouses. Alright, so as you can see over here, it's a very nice ergonomic mouse. Here at the left we're having a little holder for your thumb, and it's pretty huge. That is something I already can tell you. But alright, so let's take a close look at how it feels in general. It feels quite light because this thing is fully made of plastic. And the first thing I'm noticing, this little thumb holder is pretty cool. Feels very comfortable, gives you thumb a little extra support. Yeah, if you look at the clicks of the mouse, it's pretty cheap. Nice woven cable, it is pretty long. What you need to keep in mind, you cannot compare this with a Logitech or other gaming mouse because this is just a basic version. As you can see already here at the side buttons, it feels really cheap. The scrolling wheel is just okay and the mouse clicks are also fine, but in the end it's just a cheap mouse. The optical sensor it is a little bit limited if you understand this with limitation, simply because if you're playing games on a not a good background, let's say you're just your desk, it's highly possible it is not that accurate like a gaming mouse. So that's something you need to keep in mind, that you need to have a very good mouse pad. But how does it feel in my hand? I must say, holding it, it feels very comfortable. The scrolling wheel is feeling very cheap. It is something I don't like about it. But in the end, if you hold it, everything feels quite nice. The side buttons, I'm not a big fan of it. Maybe you like it, but it feels way too cheap. But yeah, for a mouse for a couple of euros, you cannot complain. Alright, so the light up feature is just RGB and has this fade in fade out function. You see this very often with cheap mouses, not only from the action but in general. I really like that they give you this option, the LED RGB for a couple of euro mouse, but keep in mind you can't adjust it. There is no software that you can adjust it in a certain color. What you see is what you're going to get, but the effect in general is looking very nice. As you can see, yeah, I think this is really cool. Alright, so let's try the mouse itself, because this is of course the most important thing. How does it play? So right, we know how it feels. It feels cheap. Yeah, ta-da, Captain Obvious moment. But if you look how it responds very nice. I already adjusted DPI, so you can of course do the swapping the mouse sensitivity inside the game, of course. Alright, so you can always swap to the other DPI settings if you want to. It's very easy, just press the little button on the mouse in the middle and that's it. It works like a charm. So at the end, playing with this mouse, I really like it. It's a very comfortable mouse. So what can you expect from this mouse? Yeah, exactly what you're going to get. It's a basic mouse, it feels cheap in some ways, but at the end it plays just nice. So if you need a replacement for a cheap budget, or a low budget in this case, it's a very nice mouse. I like it. So I like these cheap mouses from China, but at the end nothing can compete with the higher gaming mouses from Razer or Logitech or other brands. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, and it would be great to have you here on the community, because this means I will see you in my next video.